Hello, my name is Jordan Chatman, and I'm a senior criminal justice major at Southern University. Over this past fall semester, I spent my time interning with Take Care Baton Rouge. And what Take Care Baton Rouge is a non-for-profit organization focused on ending generational poverty and developing children so that they're ready for school and for life. Take Care is located in the Highland Farm area right here behind Southern University, and their main office is on Mill Street at the Breck Center. The parent company for Take Care Baton Rouge is the Communities Initiative Foundation, whose executive director is Sister Judith Brunn. Sister Brunn is also the founder for Take Care Baton Rouge. However, Dr. Wilson is the director. At Take Care, I basically was a volunteer during the duration of my internship. I worked closely with Dr. Wilson, and our work was based around bettering the community from the inside out. And what I mean by that is we went door to door doing surveys to see from the neighbor's perspective what we could do to help. And from the surveys, we found that crime was a major problem, and also the infrastructure of the neighborhood was a major problem. Drugs were being sold, and as far as the infrastructure, that community is right next to the sewage area, and a lot of them had complaints about that. They don't believe that they should live near a sewage plant. Not only was the smell affecting them, a lot of people were actually, the closer residents to the plant were pushed out of their house. I mean, they were paid, but they were pushed out of their housing, and there's a lot of abandoned buildings. So overall, the neighborhood looks run down. So we spent a lot of time researching the properties, seeing how exactly we could utilize them, and if we couldn't utilize them, that we would just go ahead and demolish them. As far as the police, we spent a lot of time taking surveys from people, seeing how they liked the police presence. Of course, a lot of people weren't happy with the police presence. They figured that a lot of it was harassment, and we spent a lot of time in meetings with the police, just trying to build a better rapport between the community and the police department. We also spent a lot of time in group meetings, organizing groups for the residents and organizing group leaders so that they could have group discussions for themselves and by themselves. What I learned from this experience, I wouldn't say that I necessarily learned anything other than that the avenues, which is the Highland Farm area, is way worse than I expected. But also I honed my interpersonal skills. I spent a lot of time talking to people and really interacting with the community. And it was a great experience working with them every day or every other day. But the most important person that I would say that I worked with was Dr. Wilson. Me and him spent a lot of time together working on strategies to get people to want to volunteer to be group leaders, and working with the police to talk to them about property issues or crime issues or just basic presence issues. A lot of people fear the police, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a working relationship where there's trust in both ways. But like I said, Dr. Wilson will always be a great contact for me. I have his number, I have his address. So anytime that I have a question or I need some advice, I will definitely pick up the phone and contact him. The only problem that I would say that I encountered during my internship was an indirect problem. I figured that their data recording system was a bit primitive. It was a bit unorganized, I would say. But those small flaws are to be expected with a newer company, especially a non-for-profit that is a new startup. They just started actually in January of 2014 this year. So, like I said, it was a small problem, but it was very indirect. I didn't spend much time entering data, so that's why it was indirect. Otherwise, I really enjoyed my experience. I learned a lot from the people and about my community. Just talking to people and understanding their perspective enlightened me a lot. And if I had to do it all over again, I would not hesitate to intern with Take Care again.